What's up, YouTube? I have another useful piece of content for you. This time, Derral continues to talk, and in this time he speaks about playlists, why they're so important, what is TubeBuddy, how it can help you, timestamps, and a few more things. Really useful. Watch.
Where it comes up to say, hey, take a look at this video, and you can feature a video. What I usually do is have my latest video or a video that I want to push to the people who are actually watching my video content. That being said, I basically put the amount of numbers. So what I do is I look at here, say, okay, it's 3:56, and I want 3:50. So 6 seconds before the people are jumping off, I want them to come into another video. Why do I do that? Well, if the average people are jumping off at that time, they're a higher likelihood they're starting to lose interest. And if I can get them to watch another video, they might watch another video. And they might watch another video after that. So I get more watch time off of them through that other method. Uh-oh. Okay. Any questions on this one?
Derral, you mentioned 6 seconds before the average time. Is there any reason why it's particularly 6 and not 10? Or
look, you can test whatever you want. I usually do 5 or 6 seconds because if they're starting to lose interest, I want to do it before they do that. And some videos you might want to adjust it. This is like overall channel wide. So this is a channel wide specific time. There is a very important link that you want to click right here. It says optimize timing, and it will optimize that for the user. So if the user says, look, I watch all the content, that's never going to pop up for them if they have a likelihood to finish the content. It's only the people that have ADD that want to go see something else, like squirrel, just something that's going on. But if you hit optimize, YouTube will pick the best time for that. But it won't be overridden by your time, but it will be around that area.
something you mentioned before, like you said, customize your content duration by people's reactions.
Right.
So let's just say, for example, average view time I've seen sometimes online has been like 2 minutes 15 seconds, and it's not often it goes out for 2 minutes. The average view duration.
Right.
And say like that, a 10-minute video, it might do alright, or it's a 10-minute video, but if it's always around a 2, 3, 4 minute mark, the averages. Right. Should I just bring that content, you're saying, across the board?
That's a tough call without seeing what's going on, and you can get a lot of your data in analytics, especially the average view duration. If you click on analytics and average view duration, it shows you where people are going, and you can select this specific video. Yeah. And then there's a tab called absolute view duration. You want to click that because that will tell you absolutely where everything's happening. And it doesn't do it off of general videos that are similar to yours. It's doing your specific videos. And you can see exactly where they're doing it. And what I really like is there's a hack. We can use the word hack, but there's a way to actually bump that up where if you share a video content, you can actually share it coming to a timestamp. Yeah. Or you can actually create a timestamp in your description, or you can actually share it on Instagram to a timestamp and bring people to a specific part in the video, and then you have a big spike there. And what happens is YouTube sees it drop off, but it spikes back up, so they still say, oh, this is,
Okay. Yeah.
There's ways around it, but yeah.
Yeah, because timestamps are quite, when I actually make the effort to put timestamps in,
hey,
you get comments saying,
look,
thank you.
I'm here to tell you that right now Google is like I have content on Google, and I didn't do this except for put the timestamp in the description. And now when you do Google search for the specific issue, like I might have a 5-minute video, but at minute marker 2 minutes 15 seconds is when I actually start talking about it. When people search in Google and they click on it, it goes right to 2 minutes 15 seconds instead of going to the beginning of the video. Google's thinking a little bit on some things, some things, but yeah, no, it's a really powerful feature. And this right here is powerful too, because what you can do is start inching up your average view duration without even adjusting your content. Now, the most powerful way to do that is to adjust your content, like literally try to do it. Another thing that I do is what they call the end screen and card velocity push. This one would never be possible. Like, it's completely impossible for me to do it without a tool. This is a tool that I use. I don't own the company, but I might as well because I use it so much and I love it. It's called TubeBuddy. And the people there, they make my job a lot easier. You'll see my face on the front page because I literally I'm so appreciative for the tool. It just makes my life a lot easier. What I'm able to do with this, though, is I can do mass updates. This is why I love the tool so much. So I can actually go and, you know how you put cards in videos? I have a channel that have over 1,000 videos. Thinking if I had to change the card in 1,000 videos, how long it would take. Well, with TubeBuddy, I can go in and update it by playlist. Like I can sort it by playlist if I want certain cards to show up there and certain cards here. I can do it that way, or I can replace it on the whole library. There's multiple ways to do it. And I can just hit update. And let me go back. I can hit update. What that does is when you're changing a card and you say, look, I have a really high performing video that's coming out. And this video is so good. I don't want to use the live strategy on it, but I want a lot of traffic going to it. What if you take 2% or 6% of all your traffic that's coming in, which is cards, and people are watching the next one? What if you could make that video be that 2% or 6%? That's a lot more. So if you're getting 10,000 views an hour or 10,000 views a day, that 6% still means quite a bit. And what you're doing is you're pushing it to that new live video. So what happens when you make that live and you basically update it, you change it out in the videos, and you have all this new traffic coming to it from all different traffic sources. YouTube is going nuts over this, and then it starts to suggest it more. And it's really positive. So I always do my end screens. I'm going to just tell you my secret strategy for this. End screens, I always do YouTube, what YouTube, best for the viewer is what I use. Best for the viewer, so I let YouTube choose what that is, and then I put my latest video. Those two things, if I get new traffic to that. However, there's very specific videos I don't do that on. If it has a video that's related and it's in a series, so we're going to talk about that in a second, I put the next one in the series in it. Even though it might have a higher likelihood that YouTube's going to say this is the best one for them, I just don't want to give YouTube that much control. I want to kind of steer YouTube for that. There was a question back here, and I'll get to you in a second.
Yeah, with TubeBuddy, it helps you show up as a suggested video. Yeah.
TubeBuddy is a channel management tool.
Well, it helps you with the keywords.
It can help you with the keywords, but like for me, keyword research, like I can do that in my sleep, right?
Yeah.
But what it does for me is this, is I can go ahead and replace all the cards, all the end screens on every 1,000 videos, and it'll take me 15 minutes to do, versus going manually in and changing it. And then two, if I want to mass update my find and replace anything in a description, like I have an old affiliate link that goes somewhere and I want to update that, I can mass update it by finding and replacing all that in all the descriptions out there. That alone is worth the money. I can tell you, it's worth the money for me. Now, all the other stuff, it gives you a great ability to do some suggestions of what would be popular, what's not. I like to take that, but I don't usually use it a lot. I like to have my own suggestions because I know my audience for the channels that I'm going after. And if I don't, I need to do more research. I use another tool called vidIQ Vision that shows me the keywords and tags. And TubeBuddy has a tool that does this, but I like vidIQ's better. Sorry, Phil, if you're watching.
But the only one. I know you vidIQ, but you did a video about tagging.
Yeah.
And I've been putting emphasis in recent weeks this month to go by what your video says.
Yeah.
And use TubeBuddy for it.
Yeah, and it works really well, and don't over tag. I mean, they look at, is this spammy if it's non-related, so you got to be very careful on that. But yes, it's a channel management software.
Yeah, sorry, I never got to ask. I was thinking about doing something quite spammy, so I'd set one video up.
Don't spam. Go ahead. Well,
It's a bit black hat, I'll call it that.
okay, don't do black. No, go ahead.
So I was thinking about setting one video up and then cutting the first minute of it and putting it in another channel that has 100 copies of it, and then setting each one with different keywords.
You're breaking terms of service. No, you are. Listen, it might work. Listen, I've been around the block a lot on YouTube. I literally have. And you can do the short-term hack that will work for a month or two. But I'm looking for long-term solutions because I don't want something that I'm building up to be pulled away. And some of it's out of your control. Sometimes it happens because of new policies that come out that you have no idea. But at the end of the day, I want to be as legit as possible and to build the audience as legit as possible just so that I can be around. And there's other ways to do it. But like for me, trust me, I've been in every forum that you can possibly imagine when it comes to YouTube. I've been known to try tactics. But at the end of the day, I'm here to tell you that it's been at least 5 years that I'm like, no, I'm just 100% what they want. I'm gonna do, even if it's awkward. I'm gonna try to do it because if I do what they want, they'll promote me more. And the thing about it is this: is the #1 traffic source is suggested videos. And if you're doing what YouTube wants you to suggest, and it's not clickbait, it's not bad content that only has a minute, they're gonna promote you more. If it's to make money off of sending off platform or to sell something, just do a video ad. It's a lot more effective and you can target it in a way to get people there. So it's just really gauging that. And I don't know what you're trying to do, what your end result of using your YouTube channel, but there's multiple ways to do it. But I would say 100% try to stay above the board on it, just because there's just a lot of, you don't want to wake up one day and your whole income's gone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about doing it to start off with, but I'm more long term. But before I actually start the channel, I consider some techniques like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we talk after, and we can get very specific if that works.
Okay.
Did you have a question?
Yeah, so you talked about putting latest videos as one of the cards at the end. I used to do that, but I stopped because I wasn't sure if I upload an unlisted video, which I then send to sponsors for review or whatever. Will that unlisted video show up in listed?
It's de-indexed. Unlisted is never indexed by YouTube. So until you give someone the link and they give it to somebody else, nobody's going to see it except for the people you do.
And would the latest video be the one I've just released? Would it show up on its
It'd be the one that's public.
But if I release a video and then it gets to the end cards, will it show that same video in the end cards?
No, it'd be the next one in order.
Okay.
So, yeah, they won't be the same one that you're doing, so it'll be the last one you did. So
related to that, sorry, you mentioned about so for the series playlist, don't always put the typical.
We're getting the series playlist. We're not done yet.
The end screen. Don't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting the series playlist really quick here, maybe. Well, maybe not. Maybe I turn this off. There you go. Hey. Okay, serialized content strategy. This one right here. You know how we talk about thumbnails would be the #1 thing I do to fix? This is the next thing right here that I would do. Like 100% think this way. I don't care if you're a musician, I don't care if you're a vlogger, I don't care if you do whatever content. If you can start thinking in multiple videos, you're going to succeed. And what I mean by that is this. You create a video and you're putting a lot of time, effort, energy, and money into it. YouTube likes to term the phrase hero video. Well, what I want to do is think about 3 to 4 videos. Like if I have this one major video that's coming up, I need to figure out what's going to really set it off. So you could actually do, there we go. You could actually do a pre-video that gets people hyped about it. You could do a post video, and you can even do a second hero video. And what you want to do is start thinking about strategy for this. So let me give you an example, okay? Because examples are really important to understand. I have a new video that we're releasing, and basically I'm going to put a lot of time, energy, and money into it. The pre-video could be, hey guys, I'm super excited, I have a new video coming out next week, you're going to be super amazed by it, blah, blah, blah. And you're using the same, this is really important, the same type of title and same type of description and tags, but it's variated enough to explain what the video is going to be, and then you can have your hero video next. Or what you do is you're basically doing a series of videos. It could be a camera review or whatever, and you're breaking it down into 3 or 4 different parts. This is really important to have content like this. And so each channel is different. Each content creator is different. Sometimes it just doesn't work this way, but the more that you can lean towards multiple videos, the better it will be. And making them, like some people says, well, if I make a 15-minute video, I can just have one video and then it gives everybody they need. I says, well, is it better to have a 15-minute video or 3 5-minute videos? what's going to be better for your viewers. And they're like, well, they want all the information. I says, well, can you package it so if they watch one of them, they're like, hey, I feel like I'm fulfilled, I have what I need. And then they watch the other one, and it's the same way. And he says, well, yeah, we can package that way. He actually gets more watch time out of it because they're watching, almost 5 minutes of each one of them, where the 15-minute video is only watching about 3 to 4 minutes. And so you gotta keep that in mind. What's the long-term solution of that? Does that make sense?
So I do a lot of this.
You should, with the type of channels that you do.
So for example, I did slang words, A to Z of slang, and I broke it down to each letter. So I have like, how many letters in the alphabet? 27?
Yeah. Whoa. Wait a minute. You're the teacher here, and you're asking us that? Like she's teaching us English.
What I found was the very first one, my tags and everything ranked really well. It gets good views, even now it's quite old. But as I went through the series, it got less and less views and less of my tags would rank, even though I used pretty much the same. I adjusted some things, like a different number, a different letter. I adjusted it in the description and everything, but they just don't rank. Just
some letters are more popular than others.
I guess so.
No, it's like there's strategy behind it. We can talk a little bit more in specifics, but there's a couple of things you can do. So the next thing would be creating these power clusters in the sense of taking the serialized content. So if you have like 2 or 3 channels, or you have friends that you work with, that you collaborate a lot with, you're like, hey, let's do a series of videos. Let me give you an example of the Steven Chair. They do a lot with fidget spinners and box forts and whatever they're doing, right? And those are series of videos that they actually create. Nerf guns. They do a lot of series of videos, and the cool thing about it is when they do one, all the other content usually comes up in volume, and it kind of suggests each other. But if you have friends or strategic partners that you're working with, that you know what type of content that you're doing, you can kind of build together in this power cluster video strategy. And so you're doing the same type of content where you're pushing video views to them, and they're pushing video views to you. It's pretty powerful. So getting to your question, and your question about playlist strategy, this is what I do, and this is like really, really important. So if you create serialized content, you can actually use something in YouTube where you can have this option right here where it says set as an official series for a playlist. When you click that, you're telling YouTube that this content belongs together. It should be together. And by doing that, you have a higher probability, it's not a guarantee, but you have a higher probability that the next up video is that next video in the series. So if you have 5 videos there, it's going to be the next one. If you have 100 videos there, it's not going to work that way. But if it's short, that you're thinking between 5 and 8 videos that people can consume it, then it's going to show up. You have a higher likelihood for that to show up. And so doing this, so what I would do is go back and see, is that content a part of a playlist series, official series? If it's not, I would make it a part of an official series, because what happens is when they watch one, they're going to have a higher likelihood that it's going to show up in their related, regardless of what letter it is. It's going to be out of order, but it's going to at least actually link them together a little bit more. And what we're trying to do is to give YouTube's AI, that machine learning, as much information, and we want to help teach it. We want to help give it the information it wants. And what that is say, if we can say, hey, this traffic or this videos belong together, let's start linking them together and interacting with them, so they wouldn't watch one, they watch the next and the next. Then it has a lot of data, and that's what it's going to actually show out to the people that are actually watching it. You have a higher likelihood.
Right. Obviously that makes most sense if you own all the videos and they're all your videos, but would it also work if you maybe introduce in some of the videos are yours and some are others? Would that?
It has to be, official videos have to be your own videos. It cannot be somebody else's videos, because it wouldn't be an official, but this is great for that. There's other strategies that you can do with there. They're coming down a little hard on that, but if it makes sense, I would create if I have friends that I collaborate with, I'd make a playlist that has some of their content in there. If you own multiple channels, I would kind of break that. If the audiences are the same, if they're not, I wouldn't do it. But if they're the same, I would go there with that. So, does this make sense? There's a little cool thing about this. See this little auto ad right here? And I don't think it's on this slide deck, but I'll see. Oh, it is. Look at that. auto add is one of the coolest features ever in the existence of mankind on YouTube. And the reason why I like it is because once I set it up, I don't have to work, right? Everything I do, I just have to remember what I do. And what I do is you can create a specific rule. I love creating a rule. So you can actually say, if this video has this word in the title, or in the description or the tags, then actually put it in this playlist. That's cool. So I actually have specific tags, and if I use them, then it automatically put it in the official series playlist, or in a playlist, or in 5 playlists. It does everything automatically. Now, a lot of people wouldn't put videos in playlists, and I was a preacher of that, saying don't do it if you're doing it after the fact. You know, just make sure that you have it, release it, and so on. This solves that problem. You can actually do this without having to start adding it to playlists after the fact. Does that make sense?
You were mentioning, I remember one of your videos, you said you upload the video, then the next day you like it, and the day after you put it in playlist.
Yeah.
So this
actually solves that problem, so that you can actually add it to the playlist immediately, but I would still actually add it to multiple playlists after the fact. It just really depends on where it's at. I would do as much as you can in the first 24 hours to that video as you possibly can, and then try to do everything that you can before it releases. This automatically adds it to the playlist, that it doesn't show up in the feed that you added the video, because you automatically did it when it was made publish. Because before, you'd clutter up your feed of all the different things that were going on. You liked a video, you commented on a video, and also, you know, you put this video in these playlists, and it just kind of clutters up your feed. And so they're not even watching the video, they're just kind of seeing all the junk that's going on there. So it's just kind of cleaning up what people see of your own content. So, let me ask you, go ahead.
Quick question for this. So when it comes to the metadata with these videos that are in the official series, do they have to be rather similar, or can they be completely different?
I would personally make it, if the content's similar, they should be similar, but it shouldn't be the exact same metadata.
Okay.
What the metadata should be is, you know, unique to the video, but it might have maybe 60% of similar, because it is a similar content, just what makes the other video unique. So, was there a question back there?
Yeah, is it better to upload the video and then the following day add it to the playlist?
I would do it this way if it was me. It's just auto add it. Like if you already know, like I would only have certain verticals that I'm working with on a channel, and have auto add to a playlist in that vertical. And if it's serialized content, I would actually create a new one just for that series. But no, I think you'd be okay doing it this way, and it'd be fine. If you're not posting a lot of things, I would at least once like if you're only doing one video a week, maybe midweek, that you actually add some of your more popular videos or that specific video to a new playlist. You could do that, and that will show up in the feed, and that'd be very adequate. So, now, you had a question?
Yeah, it's actually really well linked to that. So I remember one of your videos saying about wait 24 hours before you put the video in the playlist. So you're saying with the rules auto add, that's the exception? That's
the exception, yeah. And
the only exception?
No. Like you can do it the other way. Like things change. Like sometimes the videos that you watch, that's what's working on YouTube right now, and things change on YouTube. I'm telling you, it changes a lot. And so right now, what's the best way to do that is to add in as many playlists, but you auto add it, and then it's not cluttering up your feed. So, but you still want to add videos to it. Okay, I want to go back to this other one. You can actually, in your playlist settings, you can actually add, collaborators can add videos to your own playlist. That's really cool where you're working with people and they can say, oh, this playlist now shows up for me. I can do it from there, and it's really, really easy to do. And you can give them a link they can add videos to.
Curious creators, I really hope you enjoyed this piece of content. I really hope you learned something. If you have missed the first part, it's over here. Just click and watch it. It's a lot of useful content there as well. And if you have some other tips about the YouTube space, let me know, because I'm keen to know about them. Thanks for watching.